Que lo que, mi gente? What's going on, people? Welcome to another live. It is officially live six days in, 6 days live. Haven't missed a day. I feel really good, really proud of myself right now for showing up every single day. First week down, many more weeks to go. What is up, guys? Hola, hey, Azriel, ¿cómo estás? Nice to see you again. Hello, hello. I'm doing pretty good today. How are you doing today? Um, Azriel, I'm really excited because today is day 6 of being live. 6 days in a row. Like, I'm actually very proud. Muy bien, y tú súper bien. Gracias por preguntar. Súper bien. Today is going to mark the end of the first week, which I'm really excited about. And so today I just want to come on and answer any questions or have any conversations. Um, and then hopefully next week, on Monday, is when the fun could start. The fun will start. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. I think it's gonna be just me again today on the panel. Um, I think some people are out today. It's Saturday, so I'm assuming that they're outside today. Um, I'm gonna go outside right after I finish up here. But I just wanted to come on for a little bit, even if it's 30 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever the case may be. I just want to come on and have some conversations. So, Azidiel, while you're in here, hello, hello, nice to see you always, always, always. Um, have you practiced any Spanish today? Did you consume any Spanish? Did you read anything in Spanish? Did you hear anything in Spanish? Did you like what kind of Spanish did you get today, if any at all? Hello, everybody. Saludos, saludos. Greetings. Greetings to everyone. Let me see. But yeah, that's all I'm doing here today. Answering any question that you guys may have in the chat regarding Espanol. Um, that's about it today. Probably stay on just for a little while and then head outside. Those of you guys who are just logging on, hello, hello. Um, if you're just logging on, let me see if I can put the question in here. How much Spanish did you? I haven't consumed anything yet. However, I did watch a Spanish learning routine though. Oh, okay. So what kind of advice did they give you as far as the routine? Like, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like that's going to help you any type of way, or what are you thinking about it? If you're just logging on, hello, hello. Thanks for being here. If you're just logging in and you are learning Spanish, how much Spanish did you consume today? In what way? Was it anything reading, listening, speaking, conversation, all the things? Let me see. Buenas, Cassie. ¿Cómo estás? Look, Cassie, I'm here. Today is the 6th day. 6 days in a row that I've been here. I'm really proud. Consistency. Muy buenas. ¿Cómo estás? How's your day going today, Cassie? ¿Cómo te va hoy? ¿Cómo está tu día? Miss Cassie, you're just joining us. Hello. The question I asked was, did you consume any Spanish today, and in what way? Did you read anything in Spanish? Did you listen to any music, any podcast? Did you have any Spanish conversations? Anything of that nature today? I would say that it didn't add anything new or that I should add in an everyday routine. Okay, I'm really upset about the email because I tried to email you again because I really want you to come up, but I really don't know what's going on. And the only way I can think of is to like get your number or you get my number, but I don't want to give my number on here. Um, Only because they can play this back and my number will be there, and I don't really want to do that. And I don't want you to put your number because then somebody could have your number. So I have no clue. Honestly, I have no clue. No tengo idea. As far as you said, it didn't add anything new or that I should add in an everyday routine. What kind of things were they suggesting for you in that video? Um, and then I could kind of help you from there if I know what kind of things they were that was said in the video. Um, and then the main thing, as important as a routine is, hey, perdón, excuse me, as important as a routine is, it's also just important just to start. Like that's what's really important. And so I think as you just start and you get into it, you will slowly start to develop your own routine in Espanol. Um, that's pretty much what I'm thinking for you. Escuché 6 horas. Wow, 6 horas. I listen to podcasts daily and have been doing iTalki weekly. Tomé una clase en iTalki ayer. Wow, 6 horas. That's actually really good. Te felicito. Um, and italki. Yeah, I've used italki never for Spanish, but I used it for Korean. And the teacher on there was amazing. She was really great. So I'm sure those lessons are really good. The BFA project. Hola, 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 hola. ¿Cómo estás? I think this is my first time seeing you in the chat. The BFA project. How are you? And welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, wow, Cassie, 6 horas. That's really, really, really good. That's really good. And then for italki, do they have you pay like per session? Do they have you pay weekly? Do they have you pay like monthly? Like how does um the payments work as far as italki goes? Um, I don't remember how I paid. It was so long ago. I think it was about like 5 years ago, maybe last time I took a lesson on italki. I can't recall. It's me, Shanti. Oh, hi, 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 hi. How are you? You can pay per session or choose a package. Oh, okay. That doesn't sound too bad. No me di cuenta. Yo tampoco me di cuenta. Pero ¿cómo estás? Yo creo que yo traté de invitarte a que vinieras acá y que habláramos un poquito, pero no creo que me respondiste. No sé. Puede que todo bien. Qué bien, qué bien. Todo bien también por aquí. Hey, can you believe it's my 6th day straight going live? Like I'm 6 days in, feeling great. Me siento sumamente bien, de verdad. Um, hold on. Shandi, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think that's how you say it. I can't remember right now. But the question that I asked was how much Spanish did you consume today, if any at all, and in what way, in what form did you consume? Um, yeah, as yet, I'm gonna have to figure out a way because you have no social media at all, um, which is kind of crazy because I've never actually met somebody who has no social media. I know everybody has some form of social media. Um, I don't know. I feel like I keep trying to email you and nothing. I'm not sure what's going on. Um, but like I said today, I'm just answering any questions or that you guys may have regarding Spanish, anything like that. Um, again, I don't have anything planned for this live. All of my planned stuff should hopefully start on Monday. So I just popped on because I told you guys I would come in and I'm low key like sort of kind of getting used to coming on by myself. Like I still don't like it at all, but I still show up for y'all. I show up because you guys want me to be here. So that's why. Lo siento, voy a unir un día muy pronto. Mis niños tienen mucho cosas pasando. No, está bien, no te preocupes. No, no, I just would like for you to come up and speak. And so that way I'm not alone. Cause having to conduct something by yourself is not always the most like comfortable. But no, I definitely understand with the children. Um, I don't have any children, but I could only imagine the things you guys go through as parents with children and trying to get things done. Um, let's see. So yes, hold on, let me see. Miss Cassie, if you're still here, I can't. It doesn't show me who's all here, so I can never see like who's in the chat. But estoy emocionada por la próxima semana. Yo también. Me too. I'm really really excited about it. Just to kind of see how it goes and to see the things that I had envisioned in my mind, like kind of come um into play. So I'm also very excited about next week as well. Um, I might come on tomorrow. I'll see exactly what I'm doing. I'm not sure, but I might be here tomorrow. Miss Cassie, you say you listen to 6 hours of podcast. Is there like a particular podcast in which you listen to, or is there like just multiple different ones? You children in the room with the tablet one evening so I can come up and practice speaking. Yeah, you should definitely come up and practice speaking. Not lock the children up with a tablet. No, tablets really will get them to sit down. Um, but yeah, and then again, Miss Cassie, if you ever want to come up and you don't want your camera to be on, that's completely fine. Your camera doesn't have to be on. You could just practice speaking. Um, okay, I want to get to some breaking Spanish things down. Do you guys have any questions about like something you don't understand or any vocab or grammar? Like I feel like I'm just in that mood to kind of like break things down and kind of like teach a little bit. Um, like I said, I want to get a whiteboard, but for some reason, it's gonna be backwards for y'all, and I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to fix that at all. I don't know what to do in that regard. Um, yes. Also, probably sometime next week, I will be revealing what CGT means. Um, multiple different ones. There is a Puerto Rican station or podcast that is hilarious and has people call in. I need to find it. Um, Century as well. Yeah, if you actually do find it, could you let me know what it is? Because I actually might want to listen to it. Um, just I personally enjoy podcasts. A mí me gusta muchísimo escuchar los podcasts. En inglés o español, los dos idiomas. So I would really be lots of Puerto Rican and Dominican content. The app Radio Garden is great for getting radio stations in other countries. Okay, great. Radio Garden. Never heard of it. There's so many resources that you guys use that like yo nunca he escuchado de estas aplicaciones. Like I've never heard these apps before. Um, but I'm sure they're really cool. I'm gonna take a screenshot of what you of the Radio Garden, so that way I can look that up as well. Hello, people. If you're just coming in, hello, hello, hola, hola, hola. ¿Cómo están? ¿Cómo están? ¿Cómo están? Um, Ariel said, "Yay, yes." I know you guys are kind of trying to figure out what CGT means. Um, you're gonna figure it out. I think you guys would like the name as well and the meaning behind it too. That I came up with it, so I think you guys will like it. Um, but again, if you didn't know, CGT, there's a meaning behind it, of course, but it has a lot to do with the community that I'm starting. So that's really what it's for. Um, and then you guys should be able to join within a few weeks to the community for a monthly fee. So I'm really excited about that as well. I feel like it's going to be a lot of fun. You guys are going to get a lot of information out of it, um, and all the things. I think actually, well, yeah, I'll just wait. We'll wait and see. If you're just coming in the chat, hello, hello, greetings. Le mando muchos saludos a todos los que están aquí viéndome. If you're just coming in the chat, like I said, I was wanting to just get on here and answer any question that you guys may have regarding Spanish or anything that you guys are confused about or anything that you might need clarity on. Just want to stop in, and try to help you guys as best as I can while I'm here. Um, So if you guys have any questions, send your questions in the chat. Send your questions in the chat. Also, I have a video coming out on Tuesday at 11 a.m. Texas time, and I think you guys are actually going to like it. Um, How did your ice skating venture go? Oh my God, déjame decirte loca. So we ended up going all the way downtown Dallas to try to go, and when we got there, they said they were out of skates, our size. So like not our size, but just in general, they were out of skates. They were like, sold out. There's a lot of people there, and so we didn't get to go. So we went bowling instead, which was really fun, by the way. Um, So you have a video coming out on Tuesday um that you guys are gonna love. Um my favorite part about the video is the people's reactions in the video. So their reaction to me speaking Spanish um is hilarious. And so you guys will be able to see that video on Tuesday, 11 a.m. You guys will be able to see that video. That video. If anybody in the chat, do you guys have like any friends or family members or anybody that you guys know who is also learning Espanol también? You guys should definitely share this platform with them and get them to come on, get them to join. What would you say are the most important verbs to learn for a beginner? Oh, there's so many actually. There's a lot of verbs. So, um, the most common verbs like to speak, to walk, to play, um to eat, to drink, um all of those things that like verbs that you would use in everyday conversation would be important verbs to learn for sure. Can't wait to see the video. Yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see the video either. Earlier, I was on the phone with the car dealership and la muchacha que contestó la llamada me habló en español y me gustaría entender cómo hablar en este tipo de situación. Hola a todos, saludos desde New York. Hey, how are you? Yeah, so also BFA project. Um I think I broke down to you exactly what we're going to be doing, but on Mondays we're going to do role playing. So um we could actually go over a scenario like that as far as the dealership and stuff like that goes. ¿Qué recomendarías para un principiante buscando para oportunidades diarias a hablar y practicar con nativos? Yes, this would be a perfect one. It definitely would be a perfect one. This comment says, what would I recommend for beginners? As far as searching for opportunities to speak daily and practice with natives. Well, with natives, I would say, where do you live? I don't know how to say your name. I don't want to butcher your name, so I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. But it starts with a J. I don't know how to say your name, but do you live in a space where there's a lot of Spanish people that you can have access to, or no? Um, as far as speaking with natives, I would say going to shopping centers, wherever it is, there's a large population of Spanish speaking people, and practice with them. Or you could come up here and you can speak with me, who I'm really good at it. So I can definitely help you. And then I think this is my first time seeing you in the chat, but I go live 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 6:30 to about 8 p.m. Um, and you can come up here and we can definitely have conversation. You could practice all the things like that every day, if you want to. That's something I can recommend to you. Yeah, that would be perfect as far as the role playing and stuff like that goes. Um, and then I think the cool thing about role playing as well is it could also help me as well because I don't think I've ever had to speak Spanish going to a dealership. Um, so I don't really know like a lot of terminology and stuff. So we could possibly figure all that stuff out together. So it'll be fun, like putting together different pieces and all that collectively as a community, which is always great. So I think that'll be really, really fun. But yeah, that's what I would recommend as far as for beginners looking for those opportunities. Um, is to try to figure out where it is, the place or location where a lot of Spanish speakers are in your city or your town, and go out and speak with them, or coming up here as well y practicando conmigo. También te ayudará muchísimo. Eso también te va a ayudar bastante in your language learning journey. Cool. Yes, Vivo in Washington D.C. Okay, I don't know the population there in Washington D.C., but I'm sure there's Spanish that's spoken there. And I'm sure you could go out and speak with them. One thing also is you're gonna make mistakes. You're a beginner. That's very normal. Don't get in your own way. That's the thing that I'm noticing, even like with myself sometimes, is like we get in our own way. We get in our own way, and so you understand you're a beginner. You know you're not going to understand everything. You know they might not understand you. But the main thing is just to feel the fear, feel the nerves, and to do it anyways. And just speak. And one thing about when you're speaking someone else's language, when you're learning a language of the person you're speaking to, no matter how horrible you speak it or how bad it sounds, um, they are always appreciative that you speak their or that you're trying to learn their language in the first place. And so they're gonna just be really, really happy to speak to you in their language, pretty much. Um, Hay un montón de hispanohablantes aquí. Okay, mira eso, mira para eso. So because there's a large population there, you have a lot of different opportunities to speak. It's just when you see it, just take advantage of it. Don't kind of think, you know, too much about it. Vivo cerca de Washington D.C. Trabajo en D.C. I've never been to D.C. Um, never. Hopefully one day soon, I can go out there. Um, but yeah, I would just say speak in Spanish. I think there's only two places I would recommend not speaking to somebody to, and that's like in a restaurant when they're trying to eat, and when people are trying to like grocery shop. I guess those are like the two places where I'm like I don't want to bother anybody or speak to them in Spanish or whatever for practice. I live in the center of Spanish speakers, but interacting with individuals is hard for me. But I'm trying to get over that because I'm really enjoying learning Spanish. Absolutely, I'm sure that it can be hard for you, but it's the only way to really get good at it is to speak to people. So I say feel the fear and do it anyways, and I think you'll feel really good after it, after speaking Spanish and getting a good reaction. It'll give you that fuel of like wanting to continue to do it more and more and more and more and more. So that's what I would say. Center of Spanish speakers. Right, right, right. Yeah, same here. I live in Texas and Spanish is all around me. Literally, literally, literally every day, all day, no matter where I go, Spanish all the time. Oh, so I obviously got the story. So yesterday I went to pick up an order from Wingstop. And there was like a group of Mexican people that were back there in the kitchen. And I ended up like, hey, like talking to them in Spanish, and there was these two um black people, and it was one a woman and it was one a man, and the man was super pumped, super happy. He started talking to me in like the little Spanish that he knew, but the woman, she was completely thrown off. She couldn't believe it. She just couldn't stop smiling. She just couldn't stop asking like, what the heck? Like, how do you speak Spanish? Like, you don't look like you speak Spanish. Like, you look like us. You look like a regular black person. And I always have to tell them, like, I am black. I am a regular black person. I just speak two languages, you know. Um, and one thing I noticed within the black community, at least in Texas where I live, they're not used to seeing people like me, or maybe some of you guys in the chat who speak Spanish. They're just not used to it. So they're always surprised every time, every time, every time. I get this reaction as if like they just seen a ghost every single time. Um, it always makes me laugh every time. In the airport I did in Spain, but there's too much time pressure to give you patience. Is yes. So hello, hello, yes. In the airport too, it's a lot. It's a lot going on in the airport. Hi, Demontre. Do you still have an issue of people responding to you in English while you're speaking in Spanish? I wonder if it's a difference since you are more advanced than before. But you also have Panamanian too, right? Yeah. So my dad's family is Panamanian. And then it's not that I have an issue with it. I think I seen you comment on one of the videos that I did talking about it. Hello, welcome to the chat. This is my first time seeing you here. It's not that I have an issue with it. It just kind of brings confusion to me because it's like the person that was in front of me speaking to you in Spanish, you were responding back to them in Spanish, no problem. I'm speaking perfect Spanish to you, and you're responding back to me in English. So what's the beef? Like that's kind of where I was. It's kind of like, okay, so like what is that? Now I can understand if I came speaking to you with like a gringo accent, with like a como estás, espero que estés bien, dame esto. Like I could understand that, but me speaking the perfect Spanish that I speaking to you, and you responding to me in English after just speaking Spanish to the person in front of me, like that kind of rubs me the wrong way. So I don't know if that would be considered an issue. I don't know, but some many Black Spanish learners the same experience. Absolutely. I hate when people say you don't look like you speak Spanish. I know it's due to lack of exposure, but still, yes, that's exactly what it is. It's due to lack of exposure. They're just not used to seeing it. And for me, I thought it was normal because, like I said, growing up, my grandma always spoke Spanish, and I never even thought about like, oh, she's speaking Spanish as a Black person. Like it was just normal for me. I stressed a lady out bad. Oh no. In the airport? Joanna, hola, hola, ¿cómo estás? But I have seen so many Black Spanish learners that had the same experience. Yes, so yeah, but what I can say for my experience, like for me myself, is I only have that experience with people who are Mexican. I don't have that problem with anybody else from any other like country or anything like that. So I don't know what it is with the Mexicans. Like I don't know, but they're the only ones that I have that problem with. Like if I speak to somebody from Guatemala, somebody from Venezuela, Colombia, like there's no issue there. But when it's a Mexican, that's when I kind of get like, that responding to me in English. Some Black Americans are still unaware that Black people were deposited all over America, and aren't aware of the language Black people speak. Absolutely. That is definitely true. That makes sense. Yes, yes. There's a YouTuber called Timmy Carter, and he's traveled to a lot of Spanish-speaking countries. And when he converses with locals, I understand a good amount of the conversation in Spanish. That means that your Spanish is getting really good, and that's a good sign for you. So you should definitely keep it up. It always happens to me, and I have caught them talking about me in Spanish. Have I ever caught anybody talking about me in Spanish? I can't remember. I can't remember, but my grandma has a story. So one day my grandma was in the store, and I don't remember what store it was, but there was these two Latina women in front of her, and she was behind them. And they kept like pointing at her, talking about her, and they were calling her a sombra. So if you don't know what sombra means, sombra, hold on, sombra means a shadow. So you know how a shadow is like dark, like it's like black or whatever. So they were pointing at my grandma, calling her a sombra. And she cussed them all the way out the store in Espanol, literally. Like I'm sure they were shocked and didn't know what to say. Um, but me personally, like I don't think I've ever caught anybody um saying anything about me in Spanish. I don't think so. Not that I can remember, at least, anyways. Um, not that I can remember. Um, no, the video that's gonna come out. Have you traveled to Panama recently? If so, I would love to see that vlog. LOL. The whole experience going to your roots and speaking the language freely. I'm gonna tell you, the day I go to Panama, there's going to be footage. There's going to be a vlog. But I haven't went. I know my auntie was talking about going in February. I don't think I'll be able to go. Um, but no, your Spanish is amazing. Did you grow up speaking or did you learn later in life? Thank you so much for that compliment. Pretty much, I would say I grew up speaking Spanish only because I started learning at like 8 years old, and I'm 22 in 2 months. I'll be 22 this year, 2025. So from like 9 years old all the way to 2021, I pretty much grew up speaking Spanish, I would say. I don't remember what it's like to I don't remember what it's like to be monolingual. Monolingual meaning only speaking one language. Like I don't remember what it's like to only know English. Like of course I'm aware that there was a time where I only spoke English, but I don't remember. I don't remember that at all. And I don't remember what it's like to only think in one language because I've been thinking in both languages for so many years now. So I would say I grew up speaking speaking Spanish. Demonstrate Spanish is a goal. It's so good. Thank you so much, guys. I did not get here overnight though. Like I really didn't. It took me a while. I would say I started to feel fluent maybe like eighth grade. Eighth grade is when I was like, okay, I got this. Like I don't even need an interpreter. I don't even like eighth grade was when I like, okay, I know exactly what's going on, the conversations, what's happening, how to break this down, how to explain this, how to ask this. Um, and how old are you in eighth grade? Like 14, maybe 13, something like that. I don't know. But it didn't happen overnight. I studied every single day. I practiced every single day. I asked my grandma any question I ever had all day. Like, grandma, what does this mean? How do you say this? How do you say that? And because my grandma just speaks Spanish and she's never studied Spanish, she was able to tell me how to say certain things, but she couldn't explain to me why it said the way that it said. So there was that, and then that's when I started actually studying it for myself, because it's one thing to know how to say something, but it's a whole nother thing to be able to know like why it said that way, how we got there. And so that's when I started getting interested in actually studying Spanish grammar, because I wanted to know all the different ways to say things. Why would I say this instead of this? Or why does this verb go here instead of there? Um, she could never tell me why. And so I wanted to learn it for myself. And so, any pro tips on best practices of using subtitles or not when consuming Spanish content? I would personally say yes to the subtitles. I know some people say no, but I say yes. Now it defeats the purpose if you're listening to an audio in Spanish and you put the English subtitles on. I wouldn't do that. But I would watch something in Espanol and I would put on the Spanish subtitles as well. So that way you can understand it and you can see what they're saying. You can read the words, you can start to familiarize yourself with like different spellings. You can start to see different grammar points within those like sentences. You can learn new phrases. Like there's so much benefits that come with putting um subtitles on. Have you thought about teaching in a platform like italki? I'm sorry. There's a market for Black people who want to learn Spanish, and we would feel more comfortable learning from our own. So I never thought about teaching on italki or anything like that. But since you guys are here, like I said, I'm not going to talk too much about it because I want to save and talk about it like in an actual live on a different day. But I'm coming out with my own different like my own community group that you guys could join. um and it will be me teaching. It'll be us in there going over um there'll be different resources in there for us to go over, helping you guys to learn conversation, all that, just for a monthly fee. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys can check on that. Or have a private platform and charge for tutoring. Yeah, it's gonna be a private platform that you guys can pay monthly, and there's gonna be a lot going on in there. Like it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be worth every dollar. It's gonna be really fun. So yeah, I think you should do both. Maybe. I don't know. Que chévere. Yeah, you guys are gonna know about it soon. Um, I don't know. I think italki. I don't know. You said check out uh Preply. Is that how you say it? Preply. I'll check it out. I don't have a problem with checking anything out. Um, it says one thing that I've started doing to add to my learning is saying the lyrics to reggaeton songs instead of trying to sing along, because I realized I can't sing along if I can't even say the words. You create your own rate and choose your hours. Okay. I might look into that and kind of see. I just got a text message. Hold on. Um, I will see. But like I said, I'm way much more excited about the community and you guys being able to join or whoever wants to come and join. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Um yes, songs are also good as well. Songs will help a lot as well. Um let's see. But yeah, I've been waiting. So one thing I wanted to do was creating my YouTube channel and helping people to learn Spanish and sharing my experience and things like that, just to kind of get myself out there. And for people to see like what I'm capable of doing, for people to actually know that I know what I'm talking about. I have a knowledge in this space. Um, I'm not a fraud, right? And things like that. And I just didn't want to like start charging people to help them with their Spanish without them having somewhere to see my work first, I guess. And so that's why I have a lot of like information out there or like even doing this. Some people are like, you don't charge for this? No, not really. Um and so in the community, would you have to be at a certain level? I'm sure it will be useful for beginners. What about higher, intermediate, or advanced? So you do not have to be at a certain level. Everybody can join. There'll be something for everybody, right? Whether you're intermediate, advanced, beginner, like all the things, there'll be something for everybody in there. um so you can join at any level. uh doesn't matter what the level is. Yeah, it doesn't matter, you guys can join. Zay, I think it said Zay. Zay, where are you from, and what level of Spanish are you? Do you consider yourself to be a beginner, intermediate, advanced? Like, where would you place yourself on that scale? Um, and how long have you been learning? If you haven't shared that already, I can't really remember. Um, I don't have my glasses on. Let's see. To be honest, I would totally pay for a community. I'm currently paying for another community that focuses on Puerto Rican Spanish and would be more than happy to support what you are doing here. Love the idea. Thank you so much. Yes, I think well, not even that I think, but I know it's gonna be a lot of fun. And like I said, I had just sat down and just came up with all these different ideas, all these different ways to make it as fun as possible, but still the main thing, which is for it to be educational and informative, and for you guys to walk away having learning something new, but also with a great experience. And so that is what the community will be. I think it'll be really, really fun, really, really cool. And yeah, like I said, in a different live, I'm gonna be able to talk more about it. Um, I want to write everything down and get all my points so that way I don't miss anything. Um, and then I'll actually go and film a different video where I'll upload it to my channel as like a promotion type of thing as well. So yeah, that is that. Um, and like for myself, I've been doing dreaming Spanish and my comprehension has shot up. But the more I learn, the more I realize I don't know. Well, it's gonna feel that way. So the more you're learning, you're gonna constantly feel like, gosh, like, am I ever gonna get to a place of like just knowing something? And the answer is yes. It's gonna take you some time, but just enjoy the process. Really enjoy it because I said this yesterday, but that's where the fun lies. The fun lies within the process. um, Dreaming Spanish is great. I just wish they would give more diversity amongst their cast. California, I now live in Atlanta. I took it in high school many years ago and forgot and decided last year to take it more seriously. I do self-study with books and YouTube. Self-study is also really good. I did a lot of self-study as well. And I learned a lot and I got to move at my own pace. It was great. And so I think that's really good. I signed up with Preply in April with a native tutor, and I'm intermediate. Okay. I understand most native conversation and have friends who do not speak English. Okay. So if you can have friends who do not speak English and y'all can have a conversation, you're at a pretty good level. So that's really, really, really good for you. California, I love California. I've only been to San Diego, California, and I love San Diego, California. My dad was born and raised in San Diego, California, and so I really love California. I am half Cuban and started getting serious in my 20s about learning Spanish. I'm 50 now. Whoa, big 50. Still learning. I wish YouTube was around back then. I love hearing stories like yours. Thank you so much. Um, Wow, I first of all, 50 and still learning, props to you. There are so many people who get up in age and they feel like they it's too late for them. And I think for you to be learning at 50 years old is super inspiring, super super inspiring. And so I'm glad to have you here. Also been doing Dreaming Spanish, had to create my own playlist of Afro Latino Spanish content on YouTube. How much Afro Latino content is there on YouTube? Would you guys say? Um, because I'm very interested um to know. Outside my mama with Purple, her tutor is from Venezuela. She's 54 in 2 weeks. Look at okay, mom. I noticed an Caribbean accent representation, but I think it's good to learn a more neutral Spanish. Um, I think whatever Spanish you think is great for you is going to be great for you, or for anybody, vice versa. Whoever, whatever Spanish accent dialect that you guys want to learn, is your it's a preference thing. But I always say, um, it's good to learn the dialect or the accent mostly of what you're around, because like for me, I live in Texas, right? And so I come in contact with a lot of Mexicans. And even though I don't speak like a Mexican would, I don't even use their slang and terminology. But if I had to, I know how to. You see what I'm saying? But I have my own community of friends where, they are Puerto Rican, Dominican. I have some Colombian friends. I have a friend who is from Nicaragua. I have another friend who's from Costa Rica. So it's all different. And I know a little bit of each one to be able to communicate with them. But Spanish is still Spanish at the end of the day, and we can all communicate with one another. I think it's the best choice, your accent, and learn the culture. It makes it easier. Yeah, for sure. Almost no Afro Latino content. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Um, I don't know. As far as my content goes, I try to just focus on teaching Spanish. I never actually go into like what it is to be Afro Latino or talk about foods and all those type of things like that. I don't know why. I think I'm not so much of an expert in that, and I try to just focus on the things that I'm really good at or that I know what I'm talking about. Um, Basically, none exists. Afro Latino, no Cuban, no Puerto Rican, no Dominican, Argentinian, Mexican, Colombian, and Spain has the majority of the content. There's a lot you have to search. Bilingual blogs gives a lot of resources. Yes, Bilingual blogs is really, really good. I always give him his props. Bilingual blogs, like I said, he is one of the only people who, when I first started learning Spanish many years ago, he was one of the only black people that I seen on YouTube. Him and Ambi Gonzalez, they were the only two. I met you on Omegle. That was in my beginning of my journey after my vacation to the Dominican Republic. They were impressed with my Spanish. Now I'm fluent, and most people think I'm either Dominican or Boricua. Okay, so you met me on Omegle. I don't remember you because I've literally have met tons of people on Omegle. I used to go on there all the time. I love Omegle. They actually just got rid of Omegle. I think either last year or the year before, if I'm not mistaken, they got rid of it. But nice to see you here. And I'm really glad that your Spanish has really improved. You said you're fluent now. That is amazing. Te felicito, te felicito. That's really, really good. And I'm proud. They think you're Dominican or you're Boricua. That's really good. So you have a good accent and you speak well when they ask you where are you from instead of how did you learn Spanish. That's how I always know like I'm doing good. Because when they hear you speak, they go, "Oh, where are you from?" Because they think you're from one of the countries. But when they say, "Oh yeah, how long have you been learning?" or "How did you learn?" it's probably because you sound like a foreigner. So when they ask you, when they think that you're from Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico or any place like that, it's because you speak really well. My playlist is at 800 vids, including music, interviews, travel. I had to search and collect it. I have emailed Dream Spanish numerous times about the lack of representation, and they have said that basically there is no need. Oh, Reddit is full of people that have done the same. Oh, what do they mean by there's no need? What does that mean? Is there no need, or they just don't want there to be a need? I'm confused. Bilingual Blogs is great. Yes, he definitely is great. I would love to have a conversation with him one day. En español. That would be really cool. Um, Colorism, LOL. Yeah, probably so. Probably so. But one thing that I really enjoyed about having this platform is that I get to meet well, not in person yet, but I get to talk to a lot of you guys, and a lot of you guys literally look like me. And that's really cool because when I was learning, like I said on YouTube, there was literally only two people that looked like me that spoke Spanish that I seen. And now it's becoming like all you guys, it's just really great like to see. Um do it talk to him, do it. I talk to him all the time. Yeah, I would like to maybe like talk to him like in a video though, like that could be uploaded or something like that. I'm sure if I sent him a DM, I'm sure he would respond. But um, as far as like actual like us meeting up, doing a video together, I think that would be really cool. Um, for sure, that'll be great. Again, I thank you guys so much. They don't think black folks smart enough to learn Spanish, but surprise, surprise, that is true. A lot of people try and just make it seem like black people are just so illiterate and ignorant and all the things. Um, if it is okay, I can share my YouTube playlist of content. Yeah, absolutely. You can share that. That is absolutely fine. There's no issue with that. I'm sure that would be helpful for maybe myself and anybody else in the chat as well. I'm sure that would be helpful or convenient for for us all. So you absolutely can share that. Um, yeah, yeah, I think that'd be a good idea as well. To have conversation with him. Um, I don't really know what we would talk about, honestly, to be honest. Um, but yeah, that would be really cool. Da-da-da. What YouTuber have you collaborated with? Nobody. So I was really big on not collaborating with other YouTubers because I wanted to make a name for myself. I didn't want anybody to have the you know when you have a YouTuber who has like bigger numbers and then you have a YouTuber who has smaller numbers and then they get together and then the YouTuber with the bigger numbers, his following or their following goes to follow the person with the smaller like numbers. And then something happens between the two YouTubers, and it's like, oh, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here or there, or you wouldn't have this or that. And I never wanted anybody to have that over me. Like I never wanted anybody to be like, you are who you are because of me. I want to make a name for myself. I want to have my own community. I wanted people to know me from me and not from somebody else. And so I literally just never want to collaborate with anybody until I feel like you know, until I feel like I was at a point to where I had my own and I could stand on my own and do that. So I don't know if that makes sense. But that's That's just kind of how I've always thought. How did you build your YouTube audience to reach 2.3 subscribers? So, I built it basically just doing what I'm doing. So if you don't know, I've been on YouTube since 17 years old, but I've never been consistent, right? So I would post a video here, I would leave for 3 months, post another video, leave for 6 months, post another video, leave for 2 weeks. I was just never consistent. Like I haven't been consistent like with my YouTube journey at all. And that's why I'm really excited and proud and celebrating myself today because this is my 6th day in a row going live. Like I haven't missed a day, and that's a big accomplishment for me as somebody who's been very inconsistent on the platform. But when I first started, again, I started YouTube because my dad like was telling me to do it. Um, and he told me to come on here and to speak Spanish, teach Spanish, speak Spanish. People want to see the black guy on YouTube speaking Spanish. That's what he told me. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be a vlogger. I wanted to do mukbangs. I wanted to do anything other than be known for Demontre Brown, the black person who speaks Spanish on YouTube. I just thought that was like, I don't want to do that. And so I tried to do vlogs. They didn't stick. Nobody would watch them. Nobody would comment. I did a mukbang. Like some people watched it, maybe my family, but like it didn't get any reach. Like these things were not getting any reach. So I'm like, okay, let me just do the thing my dad told me to do. Let me just speak Spanish on YouTube as a black person and see what happens. And it got traction. People came. I started teaching Spanish, helping people learn Spanish. People were like, "Oh, I love the way you break things down. That was so easy. I finally understand that. Wow, I love your personality and all the things." And so with me sharing like my knowledge and sharing information that I know other people are looking for and sharing resources that I know other people are trying to acquire, that's what helped me grow. So the thing is like when you're on YouTube, so vlogs work for some people, but a lot of people come to YouTube for information. They don't care about your weekend in Vegas. They don't care about the concert you went to. They don't care about the food you ate last night for dinner. Like they are here for a certain reason. And so once you figure out that thing that you're really good at, that people come to you for advice, help, whatever, um, and you share that with the world, that's when your audience will come. And so after I started doing that, it was really easy to build 2.3 thousand subscribers. Um, it wasn't hard at all once I realized that people are here for information, people are here to better themselves in Spanish and not for my vlogs. So that's how I did it. Um, it says, I understand your motivation, but in my case, they don't know I understand them. But yes, they do act like that and will talk about you in front of your face. Yeah, your personality is very personable, and I enjoy the content I've seen. Thank you very much. Um, Appreciate you, my man. Absolutely. I use iTalki. I try going on Hello Talk, but too many people treat it like a dating app. Oh Lord, do they? Just out here trying to keep practicing. Absolutely. What's your thoughts about learning Portuguese instead of Spanish? Well, I don't really have any thoughts about learning it instead of, considering I only speak Spanish and not Portuguese. But what I will say, if you're trying to learn Portuguese as a Spanish speaker or as somebody who has enough knowledge in Spanish, you will be very successful because it is very similar. Um, I shared in the live the other day that one day I was in the airport and there was this young lady and who was also a black girl, and she didn't speak English or Spanish. She only spoke Portuguese, and I didn't speak Portuguese. I only spoke English and Spanish, and I was able to communicate with her in Spanish, and she was able to communicate with me in Portuguese, and we were able to understand one another without actually speaking the languages. And so that's how similar they are. You can talk with somebody, or you can listen to Portuguese and you can understand what they're saying. Um, so that's my thoughts. If you're trying to learn Portuguese after acquiring a certain level of Spanish, or vice versa, I think only way to go is up. Only thing to be is successful in that, because they're very very similar. Yeah. So as far as being my personality, yeah, I'm just myself on here, and I really love Spanish. Um I just love it, and I know what it was able to do for me in my life, and so being able to help other people to get better or to reach a certain level that they're trying to reach, it's just really fun. It's really fun to speak to you guys. It's really fun to see you guys' results. It's great to see somebody come in being very timid and not really knowing how to like express themselves or say certain things, and then after a while of practicing, they come back and they're confident and they're saying things, and it just really makes me like really proud. um and so yeah, that's why I come here. I'm so serious. I still have messages in my inbox that I'm ignoring. They are a mess over there, LOL. Yeah, see, people try to get things mixed up as well. Like, we're here to practice Spanish, we're not here to try to like be dating or whatever the case may be. Now, if it happens naturally, then it happens naturally, and that's cool. But that's not the goal. That's not the intent. Um, but yeah, coming live. I'm really glad I came on today. You guys are just so great, and I love how interactive you guys are, because I don't know if you guys know, I keep saying it, but um I hate coming on here by myself. Demontre, not your last video being 7 months ago. Yeah, yeah. But the thing with that is um you weren't here in my last live. I was kind of talking about it. But I don't know if you guys ever experienced being afraid of success. And that's how I felt with YouTube. I was afraid of being consistent because of what it could possibly do for my channel. I was afraid of showing up every day. I don't know. You know how you have that voice in your mind? There's a positive one and there's a negative one. And the negative one is way louder for me than the positive one. And so, um, 7 months ago, that was my last video. But there's another video coming out on Tuesday, so don't worry. Don't worry. That whole 7 months ago thing is gone out the window. Um, it's no longer out of here. Let's see. Yeah, that video was 7 months ago. And time kind of just flies by as well, because it doesn't feel like it's been 7 months, to be honest. For me, it doesn't feel like it's been 7 months. At all. Trying to see. Me alegro esa mentalidad en el pasado. Yeah, that is gone. That mentality that I had is in the past, and I don't know. I just feel like I'll be 22 in a few months. March 10th is my birthday. I'll be 22, and you know, time is going by, and either I can do it now and really like live out my dreams and stuff like that, and growing on YouTube and having a community and teaching people Spanish, and um even making it a living for myself, like making it like my job, or I can ignore this and not do it and go work at a job that I really hate and have a miserable life. And I just decided, like, life is really short, and I feel like when God gives you something in your heart that, like, I can't sleep because I just want to do YouTube, and I just want to help people to learn Spanish. And so you know, I just feel like I just figured, why not? Bueno, eres una persona, espero que logres todo de tus metas este año. Pues muchas gracias. Yo sí voy a lograr todas mis metas este año. Yo no voy a dejar que nada me detenga, que nadie se interponga. Like, yo voy a hacer todo lo que yo tenga que hacer para alcanzar mis metas. So, eso vamos a crecer. What great wisdom and goals you have at this age. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, 21. I used to tell my dad I feel old, and my dad's like, you're young. But I think I was telling him that I feel old because 21's the oldest I've ever been, and it just feels old. Obviously, I know it's still pretty young, but it I feel like I'm running out of time. And so, but yeah, I just feel like we as people, we have duties, and we must be of service to other people. And I have a lot of knowledge that I can give you guys to help you guys with your journeys, and as far as with learning Spanish. And like I said, I'm just very patient. And for me, it's not I know for some people they do things for like a money grab or stuff like that. But when you're as passionate about it as I am, it's not about the money. It's literally about the love of it and the art of it. And that is why um, I do it. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be really good. I will be, not I plan on, but I will be coming on here live 6 days a week. You just used a word in Spanish that sounded like supongo, but I know it wasn't. Can you recall it? And I think it was my first time hearing it. Uh-huh. So what did I say? I think it was um let me make sure I get it right. Hold on. I think the verb is interponerse. Give me a second. Hold on. Interponerse. Um, right. So, interponerse is the verb. And I said, like, yo no voy a dejar que nadie se interponga. So, yo no voy a dejar que nadie se, um, ¿cómo se dice? Interponga. Yo no voy a dejar que nadie se interponga. And so basically what that verb is interponerse, it means to like intervene. Like I'm not going to allow anybody to intervene, um, in my plans, with my success or whatever. Interponerse, to intervene, right? Me interpuse. I intervened to avoid them fighting, right? Me interpuse. Ella se interpuso. She intervened, right? Ellos se interpusieron, like they intervened. Thank you for typing that out. You're welcome. Yeah, so that's what that verb is. Um, Let me see. Yo no voy a dejar que nadie se interponga. A ver qué dicen. Right. I'm not going to let anyone get in the way. Yeah. So like to intervene, to get in the way. That's what that verb means. Interponerse. So you guys learned something new today. Look at that. Um, no te metas en mis cosas. Yeah. That's another way you can say too. Quizlet alert, LOL. That's getting added. Yes, add that to Quizlet. Oh my God, I forgot all about Quizlet. Quizlet, I use a little bit of Quizlet when I was learning too, which is great. I love Quizlet for many different reasons. Oh, excuse me. I remember being in school and like for like science or history, we have to use Quizlet, and I think Quizlet is extremely useful as well. Yeah, I forgot all about Quizlet. That's really crazy. Yeah, Quizlet is great. Um, Quizlet is really, really, really good. No te metas en mis cosas. Yes, no te metas. De acuerdo. Mike Ben. Mike Ben? No way. So Mike Ben, if you guys do not know who Mike Ben is, you guys should go check him out. His channel is really, really great. He talks all things Spanish. Oh, so Mike, I didn't get to see your video about Panama, but I what was your experience? Like, was it like good or bad? ¿Cuándo vas a Panamá y cuándo vamos a hacer una entrevista, hermano? Cuando tú quieras, pues dime tú. Yo siempre estaré listo para hacer una entrevista contigo. Y cuando yo voy para Panamá, yo no sé todavía. O sea, yo sé que mi tía me estaba hablando de que ella quiere ir en el mes de febrero, pero yo no creo que yo vaya a poder ir, que yo tengo otras cosas que hacer, otro compromiso, but whenever I do go, it was okay. I almost got robbed in Cologne. Oh my goodness. Um, Jesus. I'm gonna watch a video after this. Um, yes, watch your videos all day. Uh-huh. Yes, I watch a lot of Mike Ben's content as well. Really, really cool. Um, Mike, you should come up one day. That would be really, really cool. I could probably email you or something. DM or something, and you can come up here. Hola Mike Ben, nos ayudas mucho también. Yes, yeah, he's really great. Um, and Mike, when you start your YouTube channel, I know you're like fairly new with YouTube as well. I would love to interview you, and I know you definitely helped me a lot finding your videos early on. That's really good. I'm glad I was able to do that for you. Um, do you have Instagram? Because we could like um put that together. His iTalker recordings were certainly part of my 6 hours of input today. That is really cool. Oh my God, Mac, you kind of threw me off because I was not expecting you to like come in here. Like I wasn't expecting you to be here. So you're like throwing me off, being in here. Um, I can email you as well. Yeah, you can email me. I'll check my emails daily. I'll be able to respond back to you um, as well. I leave tomorrow. I've been in Dallas on vacation um, for like 2.5 weeks now. So I'll be going back home tomorrow. Thank you guys. I'm just a normal guy that learns Spanish. No, we get that you're a normal guy that learns Spanish, but like we watch your videos and you're here. So like it's a big deal, you know. Um and plus I used to love, I don't know if you still do um the interviews with a lot. I was watching them and I really like them as well. I'll be sure to email you. I hope you enjoyed Dallas. Yeah, Dallas was fun. I was here for New Year's. Saw all the fireworks and everything. It was really, really, really cool. Really great. Um, I'm about to start those back up. Yes, you definitely should because those were really, I really enjoyed those. I enjoyed hearing people's stories and how they learned and the different resources. I really like those. You see what happens with consistency and not stopping when working towards your goals. You just mentioned how you don't prefer being up there alone, and look at what happened. Cue the church music. Cue the church music. That is really true, Miss Cassie. That is true. I've always just struggled with consistency, but I'm getting better. Do you think someone who wasn't born in a Spanish country but mastered it to the point that the habitantes don't notice would be considered Hispanohablantes? Would they be considered Hispanohablantes? I think so. I think because Hispanohablante is just a Spanish speaker, somebody who speaks Spanish. So like I wasn't born in a Spanish speaking country, but I speak Spanish, and so I would be considered Hispanohablante. So yeah, I think so. And even like you guys who are learning Spanish, and maybe your Spanish isn't super fluent, but you still speak it, you would be considered a Hispanohablante as well. You would be considered a Spanish speaker. Mike, I was just watching your video today with your Colombian tutor. I learned about a como están for precios and spoke with my tutor about it today. LOL. Buenas noches, gracias por otra gran sesión en vivo. De nada, gracias a ti por venir. Siempre un placer hablarles a todos ustedes. And always just really great to have you guys support. So thank you so much. Um, I was watching that video today. Yeah, I haven't watched any. I haven't really. So I've been in this phase of trying to consume less and create more or go live more and stuff like that. And so I don't think I'll be watching a lot of TV or anything like that for a little minute. I just want to kind of focus on posting. Oh, I also want to tell you guys about my so I have a whole nother Instagram account that I made. It's called Demontre. Hold on, Demontre. It's called Demontre Spanish, and I'm posting daily videos on there and on my TikTok as well. But I'm posting daily videos giving you guys like different phrases. I'm mostly focusing on phrases for you guys every single day. So if you want to check that out, I post every single day at 11 a.m. on Demontre Spanish, my Instagram account. Right now I have about 4 videos. I started on January 1st. And so every day there's a new video with a new phrase that maybe you didn't know, or maybe you've been saying incorrectly or using incorrectly and all the things. And so if you want to go over there and check that out, that would be cool. Mike, do more videos outside so you can complain about the background noises. I would definitely check out those videos as well. Demontre, thank you so much, Mr. Mike Ben. Um, I love that. Yeah. I just decided to do it. I didn't see many people doing it, and so I wanted to kind of figure out where there was a void um within the community and try to do something that other people weren't doing. Um, kind of have my own thing going. So I decided that would be cool as well. Just love that. Yeah, I think you guys will learn a lot on there as well. So there's that for you guys. Um, I'll stay maybe about like 5 or 10 more minutes. So this is my last day in Dallas, and it's Saturday, so I'm gonna go out. But I just wanted to come on here and speak with you guys and answer any questions. So if you guys have any more questions that you want me to answer or any comments, I'm definitely here about like another 5 minutes. As a Pisces, you guys are natural creatives. Tap into that. Yes, I am. I am, but I'm always creating something. Even outside of like Spanish stuff, like I'm a writer. I write poems and stuff like that. I also sing as well, and just all kinds of different things. I'm super creative. Favorite Spanish accent outside of Panamanian? Dominican. Gotta say Dominican. I love the Dominican accent. I think it is phenomenal. I love the way they speak. I just something about it. I just love it a lot, and so that's why I'm always using que lo que. Like I just adore it so much. And outside of Panama, I really want to go to Dominican Republic. Like I really want to visit Dominican Republic. Favorite music artist and genre in Spanish. I don't have a favorite musical artist in Spanish. My favorite artist of all time is Beyonce. Like I love Beyonce. Whatever she puts out, I like it. I don't care. I love her. But my favorite genre in Spanish, it would have to be mm, I would say like reggaeton. I really like reggaeton. Mike, what is yours? Colombian. Colombian accent is very nice. I never really pay attention to it. I think until last week. I don't remember what I was doing, but I came across it and I was like, wow, like the Colombian accent is really, really, really nice. Favorite accent is Colombian for sure. Yeah, no, it's really, really nice. It's a really nice accent. I would probably put that in my top five. um, they speak really, really well. Not speak really well, but the accent sounds really nice to the ear. It really does. My least favorite accent is the Spain accent. I just do not, for whatever reason, I just don't like it. But if you guys know anything about Guinea Equatorial, the country in Africa that they speak Spanish, I can listen to that accent because I don't know something about seeing a bunch of like a group of black people speaking Spanish. Um, I don't care what accent it is. I really like it. So when they're speaking it, it's like I can handle it. But anybody else, it's like I don't really care for the Spaniard accent. Demonte, te gusta Sech? I love Sech. Sech represents Panama. I love his music. Yes, I do like Sech. Yes. Are there any that are hard for you to understand? Um, what's one that's hard for me to understand? I'm trying to think. Is there any that's hard for me to understand? I can't really say right now. I'm not really sure. Because like I don't know if you know Mike, but I live in Texas, and so what I'm mostly around is Mexicans, Puerto Ricans. Who else here? Mexican, Puerto Ricans. There's some Dominicans here. And so that's mostly what I'm around. I never really like I have never came in contact with the Chileno before. Um, Cubans is really easy to understand too. They're not hard. But I don't know what would be hard for me right now in this moment. I can't really think about it. Um, I remember watching an interview with I don't know if you guys ever seen Caso Cerrado before. Um, but Ana Maria Polo, who's the judge on the show, she did an interview that I recently saw, and she was saying that within her show, there's people from all different Spanish speaking countries, all over the world. Um, and yeah, Caso Cerrado, uh-huh. And I think she said someone from Chile, if I'm not mistaken. But she was saying she had to have an interpreter. And I thought that was very interesting because she speaks Spanish and they speak Spanish, but she said she had to have an interpreter there with her because the Spanish was just so different. She couldn't really understand what they were saying. And I thought that was like, wow, that was very interesting to me. Um, I think they were from Chile, if I'm not mistaken. But I definitely remember hearing her say that in an interview, and I was stunned because I couldn't believe she needed a whole interpreter. But I don't have lots of experience with a lot of people outside of Panamanians, Dominicans, um, Puerto Ricans. That's the majority of the people that like I'm surrounding myself with. So yeah, I was in a McDonald's line the other day. I was getting something from McDonald's, and the girl that was in the window that was serving me, I thought she was like a regular African American lady, and she turned around and started speaking Spanish to one of her coworkers, and I was like, "Oh yeah, pero dónde tú eres?" And she was like, "Yo soy de España," and I was like, "Tú eres de España?" But like, oh my gosh, she really surprised me. Um, but yeah, other than that, I don't really see just I don't really know anybody else around here. Um, what's your take on learning to roll R's in Spanish? One thing I can say is I have three friends. I have three friends that speak Spanish fluently, their first language, and all three of them cannot roll their R's in Spanish. They can't. They just can't do it. So instead of saying like arroz, they say like ajos. Me da el ajos. Like they cannot roll their R's. Um, my take on learning how to roll the R's, I think it's very beneficial. I think it's really good. I think it's something that could help you just to be more understood. Um, but I don't think you have to learn how to roll your R's. Because like I said, I have three friends and they literally they can't do it. They can't do it. Um, their new programs sound like Spanish, plus how French drops off some sounds of letters. If I read the captions, I can understand more. I can't roll R's. Every time I speak Spanish out in public, I always get "Eres dominicano? Eres colombiano? Eres panameño?" Never any other countries, and I think my accent is from any of those places. LOL. I'm gonna have to go back to your one of your videos and hear you speak, and I'll be able to probably tell you where I think you're from based off your accent. Um, I was thinking about them as well. Yeah, that's what made me think of it. This was really fun, guys. I'm really glad that you guys came in. Like I said, I do not like being up here by myself. But this was actually really great. So I really appreciate you guys. Um, what time is it? 47, 55, 50. Again, do you guys have any last comments or concerns? I think I'm about to get off. I think my Spanish is more like neutral Colombian. I'm gonna get off here and go and listen to it because I can't think right now what it sounds like. But I'm gonna see. Hey, Mike, which video of yours could I go look at that could kind of tell me like that shows like more of the accent? Que disfrutes tu última noche en Dallas. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna see. Sometimes these things take a while. My Trinidad vlog. Okay, okay. I'm gonna check that out. As soon as I get off here, I'm gonna check that out and see. This is another great live. Thanks, Demontre. Thanks, Mike. Thank you so much. You guys are so welcome. Again, I won't be on here tomorrow because it's Sunday. It's the only day that I take off, but I will be back on Monday for more conversation. And again, Monday is role playing, so I should have some people up here with me on the panel, and we will put ourselves in different scenarios and practice Espanol. So if you guys are interested in coming up here to practice your Spanish, again, you don't have to be fluent. You don't. It could be whatever level. You can come up here and speak. We will walk you through it. Help you guys to, all the things. I'll email you tonight. Okay, great. I'll be looking out for the email. Disfruta la noche. Igualmente, nos hablamos pronto. Okay, nos hablamos muy pronto. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys on Monday, same time, 6:30 p.m. Again, have a good night, and I'll see you guys later. Nos vemos. Bendiciones, que se cuiden.